And howdy, folks. This is your old pal, Uncle Al. It's Uncle Al's Monster Time. It's a story time because a lot of people don't watch my community posts. I put a lot of information out there, but still people don't ever watch or listen or learn something. This is why Uncle Al's tired and sick. And I got half of a Percocet I gotta take before bed. Anyway, Monster Time. And a lot of people asking me about Bigfoot and Neanderthals and stuff like that. There were two races in the last ice age that were competing for the control of Earth. Neanderthals and then human beings. Neanderthals had it made. Alright? Only problem is we had the well, if you look at the LGBT community, that's where most of our descendants are from. Okay? Neanderthals were superhuman. Alright? They were the alpha predator. A lot of people don't understand it, but they aren't they human? Yeah. That went the other direction. We, on the other hand, sing and dance and put flowers in our hair and ate vegetables. Neanderthal ate 4 pounds of meat a day. All right? They were carnivorous. We were, omnivorous. We eat both meat and vegetables. They were strict. They eat some vegetables, but they are mainly carnivores. And they had carnivore teeth. If you look at their skull structure, they were meat eaters. All right? We had nice teeth. And we were singing and dancing, and they were like, kill, eat. They weren't afraid of anything. Woolly mammoths, not a problem. Saber-toothed lion, not a problem. Cave lion, not a problem. They killed them, and they ate them. All right? Now, a lot of people thought, well, didn't they interbreed? Yeah, and you don't want to know about that. Now, in the multiverse and time scales, there's one section. It's really bad and it's kind of scary. Y-Files did a segment on it. They can't talk about it because it violates a whole bunch of things on YouTube because the AIs are going, and freak out. Like plant breeding, Neanderthal and a human female cannot sire a Neanderthal human hybrid male. Okay, for several reasons. They're too big, and most of the human females died. They're like real life orcs. If you ever played D&D, all right, or watch bad Japanese anime. All right. The other thing I tell a lot of people is it wasn't Neanderthal saw as their cousins humanity as food. All right? Go see Society of Snow. Now, Neanderthal DNA got into our genetic pool was forceful rape and female hybrids that only survived because they're a lot smaller and a lot of the human captives didn't die at birth. Okay? Like I said, we can't discuss it because YouTube will freak out the AIs. And like I said, we cannot find any traces of Neanderthal clothing, which is a weird part. We find a lot of human clothing, but not Neanderthal. All right? Neanderthal were furry, hairy. They had cat-like eyes. They were big. They were mean. In the other timeline, the human race is bred into a subservient, how can I say it? Kill the pig kind of society. The Neanderthals didn't wipe them out because they need slave labor, and so they could do Neanderthal things. Hunt, kill, rape. Their favorite sport. Okay? as their society grew and evolved, unfortunately, it mirrored our world, but a little bit different. They took all the bad traits of our world. So Neanderthal, Adolf Hitler almost exterminated the human race, but was saved by the communist Neanderthals and the American freedom-loving Neanderthals. That history is so whacked out. You know, you don't want to see the Queen of England eating roast little kids. Okay? Like I said, total whacked out world, and we cannot discuss it, but you're not the highest predator in that timeline. The Neanderthals is. And they have looked at our world a couple of times. They won't risk it because we have nuclear weapons. They didn't need nuclear weapons. Okay? I double tracked and double time for story time is I contacted the Metrons. If they try to cross the barrier into our timeline, they'll have to meet the Metrons. They don't want to meet the Metrons. Neanderthal in that timeline did go into space, did land on the moon, did meet the Alphans and the superhumans, which started Free the Human movement. Okay, Homo sapiens, and rescuing. They have little dome cities and, you know, singing and dancing. That drives me nuts. And then you have the Metrons. Metrons looked at the Neanderthals at that timeline, and they contacted the other Metrons and other timelines. So they were like, these guys are going to, okay, think of Alien and think of Predator. That kind of fight. Okay? Except you are the, alright? Metrons always win. They're the top line Predator. They're like Predator. They ain't giving up. They exterminated in that timeline, thank God, the, whatchamacallit, advanced Neanderthal. Kaput. Going back to our timeline, Neanderthal kind of split up into, how can I say it, Bigfoot, and then they had, Littlefoot, and then back and forth, and then, you know, if you're a woman hiker, I would not be in certain parts of the woods, like British Columbia and Washington and Oregon. Okay, they still eat long pig, but not that much. Thank God something went screwy. That type of line of Bigfoot Neanderthals, scary, in our timeline, does not prognosticate a lot of kids. They do if it's Bigfoot and Bigfoot. If it's a hybrid Neanderthal, Bigfoot, and human, thank God the chromosomes are screwed up that they rarely produce offspring, or it's sterile, or worse, they die at birth, or the human will die at birth, which is scary. If you're a like woman hiker and you're giving birth to a 15-pound baby in the woods by a hairy, God knows what monster, the eyes glow in the dark. Now, if we don't, guess who's on the menu? Okay? They're still around. They're still out there. Leave them alone. Now, there's a war of Bigfoots. There's the omnivorous family group, Bigfoot, and then you have the Neanderthal, Bigfoot, human hybrid. Do not confuse the two. Neanderthal, human, Bigfoot will come into our cities. They are very intelligent. They're very smart. And if you see a lot of missing homeless people and a lot of bones nearby, that's the reason. They come down and hunt. A lot of sheriff's department, a lot of federals, they don't want to deal with this mess. Okay? So you're sitting in your little house or home and it's dark outside. I don't see anything. Get night vision. get thermal sensors. Well, I got a 45. Now I'm kind of looking at you. That's the last statement you did, and they're going to find a bunch of shells, a bunch of 5.56 ammo, and they're going to find your skull stuck on a tree pole. And they say, yep, bear attack it. Let's write it down, bear attack. Or some other scoop. Yeah, he went crazy and killed all his family. No, they're covering it up. So anyway, this is monster time. A lot of you should be wary. A lot of you should have night vision like Uncle Al and thermographs. All right? A lot of you don't. All right? A lot of them escape from the other timeline. So if one of the Bigfoot opens fire with a rifle bigger than yours, and you're on a spit getting roasted with pepper and butter and a little lemon curd, I told you so. Okay, remember folks, grow a garden. This is monster time. Remember, it's comedy and just a story. Nothing is real on YouTube. Anyway, it's monster time. Grow a garden, learn how to process, learn how to cook, stockpile, and get a defensive weapon. Bye now. Have pleasant dreams. God bless and good luck. It's 2024. You'll be needing it. Bye.